My name's Stuart McConville. I live at Barkersvale in northern New South Wales, and I've been building composting toilets and providing wastewater consultancy since 2008. I set up Poo Solutions as a response to a need within the Northern Rivers area to provide consultancy services to domestic clients, people who are building on their properties and upgrading their wastewater treatment systems. At the time, the government had changed the legislation and the codes so that some of the older style systems were no longer appropriate. My business was set up as a response, as a direct response to that, and help with the planning and the implementation of cleaner wastewater treatment systems. What we've got here is a 1/3 scale model of a composting toilet. This particular composting toilet is what's known as a continuous style composting toilet. That means the compost can be taken out any time after about 2 years of operation. Now, a composting toilet must have two things to make it work very effectively. The first one is airflow. So air must pass through this grill, up through the composting toilet, through the baffle wall inside, through the composting chamber, and up the flue. So all composting toilets must have a flue. The second thing is liquid drain. So obviously we're going to be urinating into the top of the toilet as well. So the urine flows down a clivus or an inclined sloping floor on the inside, and then it comes down to the bottom here and it drains off via a plumbing device on the side and into a trench. Okay, so here we are at Barkersvale with a Thunderloo 1500 I installed in 2016. It's been used by a family of 4 people since that time, and in that period compost has been harvested from it only once. So there should be some good quality compost in it now. Let's just take a look and see what we can find. I'll just put some gloves on because it's compost, and even when I'm dealing with compost from Bunnings or from the supermarket, I will always be wearing gloves. Now have a look at that. That is beautiful compost. That's something that doesn't look anything like what it first looked like. And you can see those little immature bush cockroaches in there. They're doing a wonderful job at preying on smaller organisms and breaking down and decomposing the fecal matter that goes in. By the time the compost has reached this stage, it's been in the composting toilet for over 2.5 years. So it really is a completely new thing, and it doesn't smell at all. We like to design the toilet based around the customer's specific needs. So in terms of needs, I'm talking about the frequency of use and the number of persons using a toilet. So if it's a weekender, that would be different to a full-time use. If there are 5 people using a toilet, that would be different to 2 people using a toilet. So that's the first port of call when it comes to design. And then I'll sit down and I'll draw up the toilet according to the number of people and the frequency of use. Markets, and this is the composting toilet that most people will use after they've had their coffee first thing in the morning, so it does get quite a bit of use. It's a Clivus Multrum composting toilet, and as you can see the toilet lid is shut, and that's how a toilet lid on a composting toilet should always be unless you're using it. And what we have over here is the bulking agent. So there's, you can see this, There's some sawdust there, that's some pine shavings, and a cup so that people can scoop that up and use that to put down the hole. The demonstration. So using a cup full of sawdust, and after you've done your business, that just simply goes down the hole, and that's what covers up your humid byproducts after you've deposited them into the compost chamber. Here I am, depositing the first one for today. What we've got here is a Thunderloo 1500 twin chamber. The Thunderloo 1500 is very well constructed. Firstly, we've got these aluminium composite material lids, which will protected by plastic and laminated aluminium, screwed down with stainless steel fittings, and easily opened with the brass handle here. And we've got these 90mm thick steel reinforced concrete panels that make the whole structure very, very strong, expected to last hundreds of years, literally. Here we've got the lid. It's got stainless steel, heavy-duty stainless steel reinforced mesh breather vent, and galvanised steel bar locking mechanism. And the lid itself is made from a heavy-duty galvanised steel. Inside we've got a heavy-duty galvanised steel baffle wall, and the rest is literally concrete. So, indestructible. These can be taken apart and moved if need be, and they're ideal for refugee camps, foreign aid applications, islands, Pacific islands, where it's really important to prevent the flow of nutrients into the coral reef. They can cater for up to 30 people, so that's 2 chambers in there, and that's a 15 person per chamber, constant use. The twin chamber Thunderloo is also ideal for national parks and wildlife areas, recreation areas, roadside rest stops, anywhere where you need a composting toilet facility and don't have access to sewer or septic tank facilities. Look at this beautiful little blood orange tree. It's a willing recipient for the compost from my composting toilet. The soil underneath here is so rich and full of organic matter, and this tree, it loves my compost. The fruit probably has some of my DNA in it somewhere. Solutions. We're number 1 with your number 2s. For more information about our consultancy services, composting toilets and other products, please visit poosolutions.com. That's POOH solutions.com. Thank you.